You know, I want to talk about evil, angry, and jealousy. And I want to talk about how the average person today is indeed evil, angry, and jealous. You know, this is a sad topic, and I don't like to talk about sad topics. I like to talk about fun most of the time, but this is something that I declare. It's something that we're all just noticing all the time. This is something that's really just been irking my nerves a lot, and this is something that's really, it seems to be just a daily part of our lives every day. You know, when we talk about those things that are evil, angry, and jealous. And the saddest part of it all is that most people don't even realize it. Most people don't even realize how angry and evil and jealous they are. And most of the time, most people don't even give a damn about it. They don't care. They really don't care. Most people feel good wallowing in that evil, anger, and jealousy. It seems as though they really enjoy it, you know. And if you're the type of person who's stern and you're the kind of person who kind of stands up for yourself and you're able to see through the bullshit, you are one of those types of person who gets labeled and called crazy. You know? When you're not willing to put up with all of that crazy stuff. You know? Most people who are like that, like I said, a lot of times, many of them don't even realize it. And those who do realize it, they don't care. And they don't care to get better either. Most of the time they don't care to get better because they feel as though there's nothing wrong with them. It's always you. There's something wrong with you when you're able to catch that bull. There's something wrong with you when you're able to see through that bull. You become the problem. You become the problem. All of a sudden, you're the bad guy. You know, for a person to get better with themselves in this way, you know, that means that somewhere along the line that they just may have to learn to forgive some people. You know, and God forbid that, right? Oh, God forbid that. If I have to forgive people or start treating people a little better, you know what I'm saying? You know, start assessing things a little bit better in my mind about them. You know, if I have to start feeling, you know, better about letting things go. A lot of times people don't want to let things go because they want to keep that anger going. They love to keep that evil going. They love to keep that jealousy going. And a lot of times people will say, well, I don't have any reason to be jealous of you. What reason do I have to be jealous of you? Oftentimes, it's not about what you have in the material sense. It's about what you have. You know? It's about what you have, those things that you were born with. Oftentimes, it's the way you carry yourself. The way you handle yourself, you know, your demeanor, your posture, everything about you. People hate you when you're beautiful. You know, coming into a better realization that, you know, that they may have to forgive some people or start, you know, treating people better. They'll have to give up. They realize that they have to give up that devilish place in life. That very thing that helps them thrive and continue on with their, you know, with this despair. because most people are not happy. There's so many people, especially and particularly in this country, who are not happy. But they are pretending to be happy. And this is a lot of times why a lot of people want to see you doing bad. They'll pretend they want to see you doing good. Oh, you know, how you doing? They don't want to hear you say, well, I'm doing good, I'm doing great, I feel good. That a lot of times makes them feel bad, even though they'll say, oh, that's good, that's good. They don't want to see you with anything. They don't want to see you doing better. They really don't want to see you doing good. They really don't. Because they know that if you're doing good, then somewhere along the line, they must be doing bad. And if you're doing bad, and they're able to recognize that you're doing bad, especially if you get caught up in all this money and materialism, if they see you're doing bad, they don't want to help you. They love the fact that you're doing bad. They really do. Because that makes them feel as though that somewhere along the line, they must be doing better. And that they must be better. Now I tell you, today people are very sick, they're very sad, and they are very conniving. We talk about all this stuff when it comes down to these rappers and all the stuff that's taking place in the world today. When it comes down to just everything, it seems as though everything is a great big lie. And I know a lot of people will say, well, the scriptures talk about all this stuff, so why are you so surprised? If you're a person of the scriptures or of the word, then you shouldn't be surprised, brother. All these things are meant to happen, and so forth and so on. But just because they're meant to happen doesn't mean that it feels okay. It doesn't mean that it makes it feel alright. People are getting worse. People are not getting better. People's mental capacity is leaving them. There's a lot of things that's going on in the mind here, when it comes down to their mental health. And a lot of people don't want to admit, they love to call other people crazy. But they never look at themselves as being crazy, as long as they got some money or making some money. They have a little something. These are usually the people who are going along with the status quo. They're usually those people who are going right along with it. Those are the people who are usually inside of the box. So everything's all right. And if you talk in a way that's outside of that box, you're considered crazy. It seems as though everybody's out to get everybody. It seems like everybody's out to cheat everybody, even when they don't even have to. Even when they don't even have to cheat, they just get a good warm feeling inside, knowing that they've gotten away with something in the name of being that dirty, rotten person. Being that conniving, no good, hateful, deceptive person. People today have a prevalence for deception. People would rather hear a lie than to hear the truth. Start speaking that truth and you will be labeled crazy. A person who believes in conspiracy theories. Well, there's a saying that that's going around today where they're saying that those people who consider conspiracy theorists, they're the ones who are turning out to be right. Family is something that's spoken of in the scriptures. Family seems to be those people who seem to be some of the worst when it comes down to how we're treated in the world. You talk about friends, those fake friends. Usually, you talk about, when you talk about family members and family members who are not able to get along, you'll kind of realize, or you'll kind of see that a lot of the family members who are getting along are usually those family members who think alike in the name of this sick and sad behavior, in this evil, in this anger, and in this jealousy. Yeah, they usually think alike. It's the love of money. Not that it's money, but it's the love of money that is the root of all kinds of evil. And this is what we all seem to gravitate toward, or desire to gravitate toward. They'll hate you with it or without it. It doesn't matter. And most of those family members and so-called friends who are really those fake friends, like I said, are some of the worst people on planet Earth. These are the kind of people who worship and idolize money and those material things. They're usually ungrateful for the things that they have and are quite mistaken in their beliefs that somehow God loves them more than He loves those who have less. God must love me more than He loved them because they don't have as much as I've got. So I must be loved by God. But you have to come into a realization, and I want this to sink in before you get too far into that thought. There are two gods of this world. One is the Creator, God, and the one who is actually fashioning your way of life today, your lifestyle. There is a Creator God, the Creator, that's one, and the other one is the one who is fashioning your lifestyle today, upholding your lifestyle today. You think about that. What God do you serve?